Shalom, friends, and very good morning to everyone. We are very happy to open here a new stream with you today, to open a new week with you today. Good morning, Rodrigo. I hope you can hear us. Good morning, friends. Today I would like to read with you one or two verses from Exodus regarding sanctifying the months of Nisan. What does it mean to sanctify the months, and what was this special request that was given to Moses? Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Rodrigo. I hope you can hear us. Hello, hello. Is there anybody there? Do you have a voice coming? Hello, hello. So today I would like to read with you, and Rodrigo is here. Good morning, Rodrigo.
Good morning, Etty. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. How do you do today?
Oh, I'm very happy, Etty. Today it's a beautiful day here in Porto Alegre, and I'm very excited, waiting to talk with you and our friends on YouTube. Thank you very much.
Thank you for being here with us today. We have here on the whiteboard a verse or two verses from Exodus chapter 12, Mitzvat Kiddush HaChodesh, to sanctify the time. Hello, friend. We are very happy that you're here. Shirin, we are very happy that you're here. So we shall read the two verses and see what the Zohar has to say about those verses. Do you see those two?
Yes, I can see it.
Thank you. Can you read it with us or for us?
Yes, yes. Exodus chapter 12, verse 1 and 2. And the Lord spoke unto Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, saying, This month shall be unto you the beginning of months. It shall be the first month of the year to you.
Thank you. Would you like to read the Hebrew as well?
Yes, of course, yes, I can try it.
Thank you.
Shemot. Vayomer Hashem el Moshe ve'al Aaron. Be'eretz Mitzrayim. Le'amor. HaChodesh Hazeh Rosh Hadashim. Rosh Rosh Roshon hu lahen lehadesh Hashanah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Joanne, good morning. We're very happy that you're here. Rodrigo was reading to us two verses from Exodus chapter 12, and in those verses, or basically the second, this is where we receive mitzvah, a good deed, which means Kiddush HaChodesh, to sanctify the months and to sanctify the time. Why this time of the year is very important. Kiddush HaChodesh. Why, when we sanctify the months, this is basically a way to go out from slavery. Let's see what the Zohar has to say about that. But meanwhile, before we move to the Zohar, I would like to hear from you. If you have any questions, Joanne, that you would like to ask. And those who are listening also on YouTube, if you have any questions regarding sanctifying the time or any kind of question on your mind from the Zohar, from previous sessions, don't hold it in your hand, in your head, excuse me, but just ask if there's any doubt. And meanwhile, we shall move to the text of the Zohar. Now we are reading from the book of Zohar, Zohar with the explanation of the letter, book of Exodus, Sefer Shmot, Parashat Tetzave. This is Parashat Tetzave, Ma'amar, article, ובעשור לחודש השביעי. Good morning, new friends from New Jersey. Hello. So the name of the article, ובעשור לחודש השביעי, and at the 10th of the 7th month. Please pay attention, this is the title of the article, because the 7th month from spring is basically autumn and Rosh Hashanah, but please pay attention how the systems of months and seasons and mothers, Rachel and Leah, are working regarding the time of the year. I will read the text few times and repeat it from different directions that it eventually arrives. It's not that hard, but it's a very interesting take or understanding about time. So now we are reading. Letter Kof Chav Bet. Hello from Oregon. Hello from Oregon. Letter Kof Chav Bet. Mark 1:22. Bold letters in Hebrew. Patach ve'amar. Opened and said. Patach, whenever we see the word opened in the Zohar, it means to open in wisdom. Patach bechokma. Open in wisdom. Ve'amar, and said, bebina, in understanding. HaChodesh hazeh v'chulei. He just quote the verse that Rodrigo was reading for us. Patach ve'amar, open and said, this month, HaChodesh hazeh lachem rosh chodashim. HaChodesh hazeh, this month to you is rosh chodashim. Rosh is a head, Chodesh is month, Chodashim are months plural. So this month to you is the head of the months. Which month is it? We shall see. He asks, שואל, וכי כל הזמנים והחודשים אינם של הקדוש ברוך הוא? Can it be that all the times and the months are not for or belong to the Holy Blessed He? ולמה אומר החודש הזה לכם? And why does he say the Holy Blessed He in his speech to Aaron and Moses? החודש הזה לכם. This month is for you, so to speak, people. ומשיב, and he answers. אלא, but, החודש הזה לכם, this month for you, פירושו, the meaning is, שלי הוא. First of all, what is החודש הזה לכם? This month is for you, meaning this month is mine, שלי הוא. Mine belongs to the Holy Blessed He. אבל, but, אני מסרתי אותו לכם. I gave it to you. שלכם, to you, meaning, פירושו שהוא בגילוי. What does it mean? שלכם, to you, I gave it to you, meaning there is a revelation in these months. It is mine, it is concealed, but החודש הזה לכם, to you it means it is already revealed. This is mine. The origin is mine, but I give it to you, to the multiplicity. So now here we have a revelation, גילוי. כלומר, meaning שהאורות מגולים בו לישראל, that the lights are revealed in it to Israel. Israel is a tree of life. אבל, החודש השביעי, but the 7 months שלי הוא. This is my months, or belongs to me. ועל כן, and this is why it is concealed. בכסה, בכיסוי. It is being covered. The 7 months from spring is autumn, is when we have Rosh Hashanah usually, חגי תשרי. So, let's repeat. Nisan, the first month, לכם is for you. There is a revelation. But the 7th month is mine, and this is why it is concealed and not revealed, ולא בגילוי. כמו שכתוב, like it's written, and here he brings a verse from the Bible, בכסה ליום חגנו, in a concealment to the day of our holiday. וכל עניין כיסוי וגילוי האורות, and every matter of covering and revealing the lights, the intention is for the illumination of wisdom. So before we continue with the illumination of wisdom, do we understand what the Zohar is saying at the moment? Rodrigue?
Yes, I believe that I can get it. And there is, how can I say, two special months, let's say. One is Rosh Hashanah, in Tishrei, but this beginning is concealed, it belongs to God. And now, in the Pesach, in Nisan, belongs to God, but he gave this month to the man. So I believe it's a special moment there. Something is revealed in this period. Something is, I believe, if I understood well, in this month, in this Nisan, in this Pesach, the Lord gave something to the man, to the humanity, and something is revealed, something is manifested in this period, if I understood well.
Yes, that's excellent. Now he will explain what does it mean that this is your month, Nisan, North Hemisphere, this is springtime. And this is why are those letters are so important, springtime in Hebrew. Try to think in terms of North Hemisphere perspective, or even if you're in the South, just try to think in terms of letters. החודש שלכם הוא בסדר א' ב'. Your month is according to the alphabet. א' ב', and so according to the alphabet. כסדר האותיות. As the order of the letters. אביב. אביב is spring. כי ניסן נקרא חודש האביב. Because Nisan is called the month of spring. שהוא א' ב' ג'. Now he will explain why Nisan, חודש האביב, the month of spring, is א' ב' ג', or 1, 2, 3. Ki, first of all, let's write the word Aviv, because he will go more and more into the word Aviv. The more he goes into the letters, the more he will bring something from the hidden to the revelation. So we should write the word Aviv. Aviv. Aviv, it means spring. Aleph, Bet, Yod, Bet. Aviv is spring. כי ניסן נקרא חודש האביב, because Nisan is called the month of spring, שהוא א' ב' ג'. כי יוד ב' של אביב הוא סוד ג'. Please pay attention. יוד ב', he will now open the word aviv. Please pay attention. 1 second. 1 second. I would like to write it. So, let's return. כי יוד ב' של אביב הוא סוד ג'. כי יוד במספר קטן הוא א'. He explained that the two letters Yod Bet, only the two letters Yod Bet are basically means Gimel. I will explain this because if we take the 10, usually it's 10, and Bet is 2. But he takes the Yod or the 10 as little number. Instead of writing 10, he's writing 1. So we have 1 plus 2 equals 3. Do we understand so far?
Yes.
Yes? Yes. So
yes, I believe he get the yud and the bet, and he adds 1 plus 2, and he get the 3 equals gimel, right?
Yes, that's correct. So please remember that the second half of the month, the yod bet is considered to be gimel. And then he says, we have Av, Aleph, Bet, Aleph, and then Bet, the beginning of Aviv, the two first letters of Aviv. And instead of writing Yod Bet, we write it in little numbers, and we get this Gimel. So he says, what we have basically behind the name Aviv, spring, is Aleph, Bet, Gimel, Otiyot Kesidran, letters in the order, in the alphabetic order. Do we understand this concept?
Yes.
Yes. Good. If there are questions, please ask on YouTube. If there's something that you don't understand, please ask. ונמצא אותיות אביב, and it has been found that otiyot aviv, that the letters of the word aviv are aleph, bet, gimel. Letters in the order. אבל, but, חודש השביעי שלי, the seventh month of mine, but, חודש השביעי שלי, but the seventh month is mine. על כן, מתחיל שמו מסוף האותיות. Because the seventh month is mine, meaning belongs to the Holy Blessed He, its name starts from the end of the letters of the alphabet, דהיינו, meaning Tishrei. Okay, now he says there is another month. We spoke about Aviv as a season. Now we speak about the seventh month. What is the seventh month? What is the name?
Tishri.
Tishrei. And he says, since the 7th month is mine, the letters and mine, the Holy Blessed He, is always concealment. Always concealment. The name of the month is written when the letters are being written from the back to the face. Meaning he starts Tishrei, this is the last letter. Tishrei, this is the 400. And then we have Shin. Shin is 300. And then we have Resh is
Yes, 200.
200. And then 10,
yes.
we have 1. Yes? Do we have another voice? I would like to hear you. So if we look, Fernando, good morning. We are very happy that you're here. So if we look at Tishrei, we see 4, and I take also the small numbers without the hundreds. So we see Tishrei, if we mark it with numbers, this is 4, 3, 2, and 1. Do we see that? If we read Tishrei in this direction from right to left, do we see Tishrei?
Yeah.
Yes?
It's interesting that going from the multiplicity, the 4, the manifested, to the 1, right?
Yes. Yes. So when we go from the manifested to the 1, it belongs to the Holy Blessed He. But when we go opposite from the 1, 1, 2, 3, Aleph, Bet, Gimel is 1, 2, 3. We go from the source of the origin to multiplicity. Do we see those 2 different directions?
Yes.
Yes. Good. Now he will explain. If you want to ask something before I continue, please ask. Felipe, are there any questions? Fernando, Rodrigo, Joanne, please ask. So I repeat, just to make a connection, אבל חודש השביעי שלי, but my 7th month, it is. This is why its name starts from the end of the letters of the alphabet. דהיינו, meaning Tishrei. מהו הטעם? Ta'am is not just a taste, it's also a reason or a cause in Hebrew. Ta'am זה סיבה. causa. אתם בסדר ישר. You, humanity, are in a straight order. א', ב', ג', שהם ממטה למעלה. That they are from the bottom and upwards. From the below and upwards. Meaning שהאותיות עולות בחשבון. That the letters are coming into account, meaning or rising in their values. First Aleph, אחר כך Bet, then Bet, and so on. And I, the concealed one, בסדר למפרע, in an opposite direction, Tishrei, Tishrei, which is from above to below. That the letters are descending in their account or in the thought. First Tav, then he descends to Shin, and then to Resh. Do we understand?
Yes. Yes.
Questions?
Chi.
Yes.
Good evening, friends. Shalom, Rodrigo, and friends.
Shalom, shalom.
I was just thinking that in the 400 we used to think about Malkut and the most it's about the manifested in all kinds of concepts in my way of seeing. So you say that if I understood well, the Tishrei is from above to below. It's like descending. I was thinking that in my poor point of view, I was thinking about like an ascending movement from the 400 to the higher. What could you say about it?
It is not what we think of above. It's not how do you say high and low, but he means from bigger value to small value. It's not so much if we are in a building that we are descending from the 10th floor in the building to floor 5, but we are coming down from 400 to 300. It is an abstract. We usually give directions. This is interesting because I was thinking like this too in the beginning. Do you understand?
Yes.
Yes, because this is an abstract thinking. Once we say above and below, we already think about in relation to gravity. We take into consideration gravity. So maybe my translation was, I translated above and below, but this is a literal translation. This is the value of the letters. Yes, I hope this is understood.
Yes, it's understood.
Eti,
Yes.
in this way, I don't know if I'm right, but in the same perspective of that Felipe exposed, can we say that the contraction movement in Tishrei and in Nisan an expansion movement? I don't know if you're right.
Yes. Please ask again. I just.
I don't know if we can we say that there is a contraction movement in Tishrei and in Nisan an expansion movement.
Yes, this is why he says in the rest of the text when Bala Sulam will open this, because at the first paragraph we just read the translation from Aramaic to Hebrew, and then in the second paragraph Bala Sulam will explain this concept in the teaching of the 10 spheres. So definitely we have in a way two opposite. Fernando is writing. 1 second. If we make the ICQ operation to exchange the Yod 10 for the Kof 100, we have all the letters from the hundreds excluding the Sufit letters, right?
I believe he mentioned Tishrei. In Tishrei, if we exchange the Yod.
Okay, sure, into one. Yes, of course. Yes. This is what he writes here in brackets. Here he writes what Fernando says. He writes here in the Kanal, here Kof Leyod. So he says first Tav, and then Shin, and then Resh, Tishrei, and then he takes because
all 100 letters.
All 100s, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, excellent. So before we go to the teaching of the 10 spheres, it is quite complex, but let's try to make it easier. Let's say if this is the cycle of the year, this is spring. Spring is like 12 in the clock. And so to speak, I write 12, but it's basically the first month. So, but it's also Aviv. So is the father, Aviv is also father of the 12. Av is father. Yes, or we take Av as 3. 3 is the father of the 12. This is also another take. So we have spring, we have Aviv here. One second. Aviv. Please pay attention. Fernando is writing. It is interesting that if we take these letters and read them in a row, it sounds like Christ, Kareshet, Christ, maybe comprehends the same symbolism of returning. This is what Weinreb writes. This is interesting. Yes, yes. So please pay attention how the Zohar works. So far, the Zohar does not mention the name Nisan, but Chodesh Aviv, and the letters of Aviv are standing parallel or against the letters of the month of Tishrei. This is, do you understand? The letters of Aviv, 1, 2, 3, that we showed before. 1, 2, 3, the concept of Aviv, of, from the right, 1, 2, 3, is an opposite direction, like what Rodrigo was saying, of Tishrei, which is 400, 300, 200, and 1, or 4, 3, 2, and 1. This is what you were saying, Rodrigo.
Yes, and it's interesting that now I realize if we get the yod, if we exchange the yod for a kuf, and you get the 100, then the value of Tishrei in this perspective will be 1,000. And 1,000 is Aleph.
That's excellent. I would like to go into this. This is interesting. One second. If we go and take what he wrote, Tishrei, and we take the Yod, how shall we do it? The Yod is basically a 10, and we take it as 100, which is Kof. Yes. So we have 400, 300, 200, and 100, and we have what?
An Aleph, 1,000.
1,000. Aleph.
Which is
Aleph or Aleph.
Yes. But could represent the hidden.
The hidden is always, yes. This is why the story of the creation in the 7th month, yes. This is why the Torah does not start again with the letter Aleph. Yes. Amazing. Now, another perspective is that what happens if we put those letters together? Taf, Shin, Resh, Kuf. What word do we get? Tishrok is to whistle. You shall whistle. You shall whistle. You shall whistle. Tishrok is the whistle. Usually what we have in the 7th month, we call it in English to blow the horn, litkoa bashofar, litkoa bashofar, but the sound of the shofar is like a whistle to call us to return home. To call us to return, because we already arrived at the 400. If we are as far as 400, and the month starts with the Tav, Tishrei. You're that far, so I whistle to you, go back home. Do we understand?
And we have to hear, right?
Yes. Yes, the whistle.
Shema, to hear.
Shema, to hear. Are you interested in the teaching of the 10 spheres or not so much? Or it is too,
No, of
how
course,
do you say, abstract?
no, of course, I'm interested, completely interested in to try to learn, or at least to listen his teaching, try to get something, because we know that his perspective is so high. It's quite difficult to reach the same way of thinking, but I believe it's good to listen his words.
Yes, I will start, but if you feel that you're drifting, please, 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 if you, even if a slight of drifting, please, I will stop, because I would not like that people will drift without a connection, please. Okay? Rodrigo, Felipe, Fernando, Joanne and friends on YouTube, if it is too high, just stop and
Okay.
ask something. We don't, because I don't want to speak to infinite.
Yes,
I've done it
I
long
understand.
enough. So,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
Explaining of things, ביאור. ביאור זה לא רק explaining, now he is opening a well, because ביאור, pay attention, ביאור, הביאור מאוד חשוב, very important. באר, thank you Fernando. ביאור, explanation comes from באר. באר, we learn, is a well.
Well,
Whenever he opens, please pay attention, there are a few levels in Baal Sulam. First, he does the clinical work. He just translates the Aramaic, and he catches the secrets in Aramaic, because the translation from Aramaic to Hebrew already includes opening secrets which are hidden in the language. So this is the surgical. This is like chirurgia, what I call. And then after he brings it to Hebrew, to a sense that we can understand somehow, and then he goes to be'ur, he goes and open it like if it was a fresh well. This is the teaching of the 10 spheres. We shall do it step by step. And if you feel that you drifted, please make a mark. be'ur הדברים. פרצוף המלכות. Fernando, please pay attention. You ask about portion, פרצופים. It's not faces, a portion. The portion is a portion of light. Yes? So, פרצוף המלכות, the portion of light of the heavenly kingdom, נקראת שנה, is called a year. Do we understand that?
Shana is Malchut.
Yes, Shana is Malchut. The heavenly kingdom is Shana, it's time. First of all, do we understand this perspective?
Yes.
Yes, good. שבו, in the portion, בפרצוף, in the portion, are 12 months. Do we understand that? In the portion of the heavenly kingdom, which is called year, we have 12 months. Do we understand?
Yes.
Yes.
The Partsuf of Malchut is divided in 12 parts.
Excellent.
We can relate with the months or even with the zodiac.
Excellent. Now, 6 חודשים הם מחזה ולמעלה. Please, when I read now upwards and downwards, don't think about high building with, we rise with the elevators and descend because it's abstract. When I say now up and down, please, it's abstract. Okay? Solar year. At the moment, we are in the lunar year. Fernando. Yes, Connie. Now we are, yes, but yes, Connie, now we are in the lunar year. Now, when I say up and down, this is not in a building, this is abstract. So please don't manifest it, don't make a plastic image, because the Zohar starts, this is the first warning of the Zohar. Don't make, like he says, a person who makes any plastic image, this is not his place. And he uses much more severe words, Rabbi Shimon, when he starts to open things. So don't make any plastic image of up and down in nothing. Okay. 6 חודשים הם מחזה ולמעלה. 6 חודשים הם מחזה ולמעלה. חזה is a chest. But, and people start what? To make a plastic image of a chest. No. But chest, חזה in Hebrew, חזה is something that I see. לחזות, from vision, כמו יחזקאל, to see. To see. So, please pay attention. Again, חזה is a chest in English. But לחזות in Hebrew is to see. So, here, please. 6 חודשים הם מחזה ולמעלה. 6 months are from the vision of what we can see and upwards. What does it mean, upwards to what we can see? Is the concealment. First of all, do we understand that? This is not a plastic image of a person above his chest and under his chest. Do we understand the Hebrew חזה? חזה, again, is a chest in English. But חזה is also לחזות, to see, a vision. So 6 months are from vision and upwards. Upwards than what we can visualize is the concealment. Do we understand this perspective? Before I continue.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So what are these 6 months that they are from vision and upwards to the concealment? He says, שמתשרי עד אדר. Let's move to our map. מתשרי עד אדר. Tishrei is the 7th month. Adar is almost spring. So, מתשרי עד אדר, this is upper than what, or above that what we can see, this is concealment. This is concealed months. Do we understand that? Please say that you understand, or if not, I will repeat or move to another topic.
Yes, I believe that I can get it.
Okay. So the heavenly kingdom is a year, which has 12 months. Yes, but 12 divided into 2, we have 6 months of concealment. The 6 months of concealment are from Tishrei to Aviv. Concealment is starting with the Tav, ending to Aleph. Do we understand this reading? Concealment? Yes. Very good. ושישה חודשים מחזה שלה ולמטה. Please, a chest now. Chest again, it's not a chest, it's from the vision. So, and 6 months are from her vision of the heavenly kingdom, and below. What does it mean? That all those 6 months from the vision are hers, and they are, all of them are revealed from Nisan until Elul. The revealed months. This is why in the North Hemisphere perspective, those are the spring and the summer. They're revealed. We go even with a short t-shirt. Yes? Do we understand that?
Yes. So he's saying, as we defined in the beginning, that there is two important months. One is the period of spring, the Nisan, the Aviv, and this is the time to the revelation. And now he expands this period to all these 6 months, from the spring to autumn,
Yes.
from I believe to Nisan to almost Tishrei. I don't know the month that.
Yes. This is it. From spring to autumn, we have the revealed.
Yes.
They're revealed. And this is, later he will say, and I make it like Rachel. This is Rachel. And the concealed is from Tishrei to Adar to the spring. Leah. Excellent. This is Leah. Leah. Excellent.
So it's not just a month, but a period of time, a half year, let's say.
Yes.
And if we get the Partsufin of Malchut, these 12 parts, we can divide it in two. So a half of this Partsufin is revealed and we can see it, and a half is concealed and we cannot see it.
Yes, in the part of the reveal, the days are getting longer. In the spring, Nisan, Aviv, we have equinox. The nights and the days are equal. Right or wrong? This is a fact
Right.
of, yes, fact
Yes.
of nature. Yeah?
Yes.
In the spring and in the autumn, we have equinox. The days and the nights are even. But from the spring through the summer, the days are getting longer. We have many hours of light. And this is the time which is, in a way, under the governance of Rachel. Do we understand that?
Yes,
The revelation, the manifested, very good, is Rachel. And the concealed, when from Tishrei we have again an equinox, but in this equinox, everything is being changed. The days are getting shorter, and the hours of dark are getting longer. So we going to concealment, more dark than revelation. So this is Leah. Yes, this is in a way the first hay. He will go to it. Yes. This is hay of Binah. And the other half is the hay of which?
The Malchut, the second hay.
Very good, Malchut. Very good. Do we understand this perspective?
Yes. Eti.
Yes.
Sorry to ask,
No,
but we are talking about a very abstract perspective, and I just try to put these ideas in, how can I say, in our daily dress, in our daily life, in our what I try to say is, what's the meaning of this perspective? Because we I don't know if we are talking in in a half of the year, in the year that we live, because I try to put this perspective in our daily life, and try to understand, how can I say, what is the difference to living our lives in this perspective. What I try to say is how this perspective impacts our daily lives. Uh,
First
I don't know if
question.
you understand.
First question.
Yes.
What usually people like the summer perspective in the seasons, yes? Because
Oh,
the top. I did not mention the top points here because we mentioned like spring and autumn, but here we have, this is so to speak December and winter, and no, this is not red, this is blue. We have winter and summer, so we have two poles like summer and winter. Yes, here we have winter in the Leah times according to the Norse perspective, and here we have summer.
oh, I can talk for myself.
Yes, talk for
I
yourself.
as
What people, okay, what do you like?
as
Top winter or top summer?
as Jacob, I prefer Rachel. I prefer Rachel.
This is it. Not just you as Jacob, all of us, because we live in a system of 7 days per week, and in a year, in portion of Malchut, which is a year, which is built on weeks. So all of us are Jacob, and all of us, I believe, like long days, long light. We don't feel our limitation. The sun is there, and it just flies through the day. There are no obstacles. Yes? So people rather have like all the time sunshine. This is an external experience, but the inner reading of this, that people like to walk when everything is revealed to them. This is the meaning of Jacob loves Rachel. We don't like to go in concealment. Most of the people don't like the winter. I believe there are snows, there are limitations in movement, you have to calculate everything because you need to warm the houses, you need to have in Europe sometimes people they start already in the autumn to stock the house until spring. I mean, not just in Europe, people in the upper, the North Hemisphere, they already stock everything. They prepare for winter. They prepare for 6 months ahead.
Eti,
Yes.
you know that I have a tendency how can I say, to think the things in a literal perspective, but I know it's not a literal but a symbolic. And looking to the whiteboard, um, well, we can think that there is an external movement, and when you have the summer and the racial and everybody join, and there is funny. And in the winter, in the Leia time, we are more look to the inner and inside of our house or something like that. But if I understood well all our classes, of course, that we shouldn't divide the year in two parts. I believe that we looking for the balance of these two rooms, right? What I tried to say is, we're not living, we're not, how can I say, we're not shall living in the reveal all the 6 months, neither in the
Of
conceal
course,
the
of
other
course, of
6 months.
course, of
But
course not.
but we have to how can I say, to be conscious of these two rooms and try to balance these rooms in our daily life, right?
Yes, yes, you
Balance,
understand.
balance
Yes, yes.
the summer and the winter in our daily life, right? The
Yes,
concealing the
because there is a cycle of summer and winter, but there's another cycle of night and day. In every day, we have certain a portion of light and certain portion of darkness. It doesn't matter in which hemisphere do we live. In the same manner, the day, the day today is Rachel, and the night is Leah. In every day of the year, in every day of the year, 24 hours. The light hours are Rachel, and the dark hours are Leah. And this is again external thinking in our moments with ourselves, because we live, people have families, they go to work, so there's all kinds of communication, but between a person and himself there are moments, regardless of the sun in the sky or the stars or the seasons, between a person in himself 24/7, there are moments that he feels revelation. Everything illuminates to him. He is happy even in the middle of the night. So though the clock says 2 o'clock in the morning, 2 a.m., he is happy. So he is experienced Rachel. It can be high noon, lunchtime, everybody goes to eat lunch, and a person has a bad moment inside of himself, between him and himself. So at this moment, though the external sun, summertime, everybody's eating ice cream, he feels Leah. He feels like it doesn't go the way he wants, something happened. So at this night, though there's a day outside, so to say, we have the English word for mood. He has a mood. Mood, midah, measure. So he's moody today. Though the sun is shining, everything is fine. The flowers, the bees, everything. But he's moody. So he comes to the office a bit. So he has this encounter with Leah in himself. Between him and himself there is darkness, though the day is a summer day and everybody's eating ice cream in the park. Do we understand that?
Yes, it's amazing. Thank you very much to share this. Very important, this perspective.
So this is an exercise, if you want to exercise, to see during the day, each and every one of us. This is an intimate way to relate to oneself, if you wish. Try to follow and to see and to test, like astronauts on the outer space. They also test themselves, and so, because there are no doctors and nothing, so they have to follow what is happening with them all the time to give communication. So try to look through the 24 hours or through the week, and to try to find those moments with Rachel and those moments with Leah. This is just an exercise. Maybe take it for 1 week. You don't have to do this today. Just try to follow. When a person writes a new song and it comes to him, this is Rachel. Of course, the lyrics are coming, the music is coming with them. There is no, even they come together. It's fun. You want to share it with everyone. This is a moment of Rachel. This is a moment of revelation. And when suddenly there's a dry season, so to speak, and creativity does not come as we wish, this is Leah within oneself. Do we understand this?
Yes. It's interesting to notice in this image that you draw in the whiteboard, the spring and the autumn, the Aviv and Tishrei. there is a how can I say, a line. You mentioned that the day and the night has the same uh, the balance between the day and the night, the same number of hours. So I believe that this is the balance, the middle that we try to looking for. I don't know if I'm right, but I believe that we cannot live only in a ratio and neither only in a Leah. We just try to balance these two rooms, and I believe there is a line in the middle that you mentioned, the point of the spring or the autumn, and the
This is,
days and nights have the same duration, the same number of hours.
you know, in a way, we are not in charge. This is what they teach when people go more and more into their wisdom. We are not in charge of something comes to you as creativity. You paint or you write a song or a poem. It comes to you. So you write it and you're happy, and some things are not happening as we wished, and we are like, it's a night for us or Leah. So it is very important to understand that to accept, of course, the natural tendency is to choose the illuminated moments and to hug them. But also there are other moments, but to understand that they are not absolute, they're only for a while. They are the evening that comes before the morning. So we accept it with love.
I appreciate what you're saying, Eti. It makes me think about, and what you're saying, Rodrigo. It makes me think about, it's during the dark period that ideas are born, that creativity flourishes, and that during the birth, the birthing process starts within before it manifests without. And so much meaning that could be drawn from what you are sharing today with us in terms of the difference between Leah and Rachel. And I think about, even it was during the period in Jacob and Leah that he had to dream of first marrying Leah, but he had to marry Leah first before he could Jacob could could be or marry Rachel. So anyway, I think this is wonderful what you're sharing. Thank you.
Thank you. He marries Leah because Genesis 1 says, and there was evening and there was morning one day. First comes the night of which we don't know what is happening. It is always, whenever Bala Sulam writes it a lot, because we are walking in a way, in a road or in a way or in a path that has many steps, like spiritual steps. And whenever we reach the half of the step, and this is very personal to each and every one of us, this is his step or her step. So half of the step is revealed, and the other half of the step, the spiritual is concealed. Every step, spiritual step, is composed of two parts: revealed and concealed. Every step. Not just night and day, or summer and winter. Now, every spiritual step on the path is composed of two parts. Half of it is revealed. Half of it is concealed. Yes. Yes, true. Like dancing. Yes. So, and this is what Philon says also. Don't get too excited, because Philon speaks about, do not let the emotion lead us like little children, because emotions are like little children. we should not be overwhelmed when good things are happening, and should not be that sad when other things are happening. Always stay in the middle. So don't be overhyped when the moment comes and everything goes well. Don't go out of the bounds, as we say. And don't be that sad, because this is only half of the way. So if we feel darkness, and this is the thing, if equanimity, yes, sunshine, equanimity, always to have equanimity. So if we feel darkness, it basically means, and this is, we tend to push darkness from us. This is the tendency. Oh, let's go drink something in a bar. Let's sit with friends. It's a bad moment. Let's try to decorate the moment with all kinds of things. No, don't push it. Because when we admit that this is darkness for us, we also know for sure we went into the half of a step which is concealed, and the next one will be revealed, because we shall move via the darkness to a new spiritual step. So embrace the darkness, don't reject it, because if we reject it, we are in a way delaying our spiritual growth. Do we understand that?
That's what you're sharing reminds me of the experience of Abraham, because God said to Abraham, "Go to a land that I will show you," that he didn't know if he had to go first,
Yes.
and then he would get the revelation. Or the
Yes.
children of Israel in the wilderness, there was a fire by night and a cloud by day, that
Yes.
they had to trust that the illuminated one would lead them in the right way.
This is excellent, because he walked at night. He was walking. Lech Lecha was told to him when he was 75. 75 is the value of night, Laila. Yes, and he started walking at night. It's an inner moment of night. Inner night. This is when he started walking. And the walking creates a vessel. So we have evening and then day, because the evening, the walking in the darkness, is a vessel in which the day later can illuminate. Do we understand that?
Yes.
Thank you. Now questions.
Thank you.
You're most welcome. Now questions, if you have. This is interesting. This is for Joanne, if Joanne is here. Connie is writing, and the story about looking at the snake symbol that was lifted up. Yes. This is what do we see here? Rodrigo, Felipe, Shelton, Connie, Joanne, friends on YouTube, what do we see here?
Ale,
Tale. Tale. Yes. Tale is, what does Tale represent? Which month?
is Nisan, right?
Nisan.
And Aries.
Nisan.
Aries.
Nisan, yes, Nisan. Nisan. There's so much to
And
say about it.
Tale is tall, is the dew, the Tetzave. And
The-
in the word Nisan, I don't know if I'm right, but I can see the word Nes, the miracle.
Yes. Nes, miracle. Yes. That's true. There's so much to say about this picture, about this illustration. But maybe during our time on Discord, we can investigate it, because there is a relation between the fly you see here in Spanish. There is a relation between the fly and HaChodesh Hazeh, This is the first month for you, which is revealed. There's so much to say, but maybe we can discuss this on Discord. What do you say?
You decided that.
There's so much to say. We can maybe open this in Discord. There's so much to say about the relation of Zvuv and Baal Zvuv and Lord of the Flies and Nisan and miracles and Taleh and Tal and the letters of Yahu. There's so much to say about it. But maybe on Discord, because I would like us to now every day go in more towards the direction of the Zohar. The paintings and the pictures that I'll bring is also for us just to, how do you say, to give us like pleasant surrounding, but I would like to go for the Zohar and the abstract thinking and to share it with you because it is helping. It is helping.
Etienne, I want to apologize because we interrupt our Zohar reading because I asked something and tried
No,
to.
no, this is okay.
Sorry to interrupt our Zohar readings.
We were just discussing this. We already, what is written here in the text, we discussed this here on the map with words without reading. So I hope those, let's say, perspectives are not too hard to conceive or too hard to catch. And if you have questions, please go ahead, ask us in YouTube, on YouTube under the videos or via email or Discord, whenever, in which platform that you choose. Thank you so much for being with us today. And we could meet here tomorrow at the same time.
Yes, it would be great. Thank you very much. Thank you, Eti. Thank our friends, Felipe and Shelton, and all our friends on YouTube. And shalom, shalom, and see you tomorrow. Thank you.
Shalom, shalom. See you tomorrow.
Shalom.
Thank you. Bye bye.